Sarah, and I am the teen assistant at the Cowpens branch of the Spartanburg County Public Libraries. Today in this program, I'm going to be showing you how to make some different types of jewelry. We're going to go over earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and I'm going to run through some basic instruction for some of the supplies, and I'm going to even introduce a little bit of upcycling, taking everyday ordinary items and putting them towards a different purpose, this time as jewelry and accessories. So here we go. See the description to learn how to request this free pick-me-up kit. Pick-me-ups are available on a first-come, first-served basis while supplies last. Please note that in addition to what is provided within this pick-me-up kit, you may need a few other items such as scissors for cutting the cord, nail polish or tape in the case that the cord is fraying at the end, and potentially other tools if you do any upcycling. This pick-me-up does include the following materials: 1 pair of jewelry pliers, 24 head pins for charms, 6 pairs of earring hooks, 2 string cords, 1 bead storage box, 1 pair of gummy bear charms, and 1 random candy charm. Here it is, another gummy bear. There will also be an assortment of beads, including seed beads, pony beads, fruit beads, fuse beads, and more. Let's start off with making your own charms. These unique charms that you create will be able to be used with any of the accessories that you create today. You may have noticed that you have beads in all sizes. This will matter as you bead because while some will fit onto the head pin and won't fall off, like this brown bead, others are going to fall off. Those will be the fuse beads that you see here and the pony beads. They have larger openings and they're going to slip right off of the head pin, just like that. So I'm going to tell you how you can get around this and use them as unique charms in just a moment. But let me just mention as well that the smaller beads that you see, for example this black one, they are going to fit onto the head pin just fine, but when it comes to the cord, their openings are going to be a little bit too small to get the cord through. So if you want to use the smaller beads, you're going to have to turn them into a charm in order to add them onto your necklace or bracelet. However, they also have another purpose. If you wanted to use the pony beads or fuse beads, since those are larger and will fall off, if you add the smaller bead first, this will stop the larger beads from falling off. It'll block them onto the charm. So, once you have added the beads that you want, let's finish making the charm. Position the pliers below what you estimate to be enough wire for your loop. Create a slight angle, like you see here, and bend the head pin back before you start your loop. Once you have it bent, move your pliers up to where you estimate the middle of the hook will be and twist the metal around the end of the pliers to create your hook. It can be difficult to close and get the right shape sometimes, but as long as the string or earring hook does not slip out, you have succeeded. If they do slip out, just keep twisting the open end of the head pin in towards itself. You can even cross the part closest to the metal and hook around it if you need to. Remember, you have 24 of these head pins, so if you mess up, it is okay. I have had to struggle with making my loops too. It's okay if they look funny. You can mess around with it. You can flatten and squish them with the pliers in various ways. As long as they close and aren't falling off, you are in the clear. Now remember, these unique charms that you're making, or the charms that we give you, such as the gummy bear charms, can be used with the necklaces, cords, chokers, whatever you decide to make, and the earrings. So depending on how large the loop is, it could be a little difficult to get onto the wire. You may need to open it and then pull the cord through and close it around the cord in order for it to get onto the necklace or bracelet. I was able to get my charm with the fuse bead on with no problem. The others were giving me a little bit of trouble, so I did have to open them and pull the string through and then close it around it. That's perfectly fine. As long as it stays on the string, that's what matters. So, should be fine for earrings, but for the necklaces and bracelets, you might have to use that method. Here's how you'll finish your piece. Take the open end of the cord where you've been beading and try to push it through the open coil dangling on the clasp. Just pushing it through won't be quite enough, so we'll need to smush it. pull your cord through as much as you can, either all the way or partially. Mine was just sticking out at the end because I had some trouble with it. Once you've gotten it to a point where you're happy, you're going to uncoil from either end. I prefer to use the end where, I would call it the bottom, where we've been beading and where the cord initially went through. Uncoil it a little bit and then smush the end that you've uncoiled slightly into the cord. Make sure that there are no ends sticking out. We want this to be both secure and safe. We don't want any scratches, so make sure that all of the ends are smushed down completely. Again, you may need scissors if you had any excess cord from making a bracelet and if you pulled it all the way through the coil. At this point, once it's been smushed, I would go ahead and cut off that excess fabric. Now it's up to you. Here I'm creating a necklace by making charms out of the fruit beads to hang after every 9 pony beads. But what you decide to make as far as designs, length of cord, the amount of charms per earring hook, and which beads used are your decisions. This was all of the instructions that I have for these cords, and everything I cover with the earrings next should be familiar. So get creative and have fun! This should be no problem for you as you've already practiced creating your own loops, but here's how you'll open an earring hook. Just simply twist out from the open end, maybe use your finger to hold down the beads at the base of the earring, but just twist outward with your pliers, hook on whatever you would like, and then close it. Feel free to do whatever you like, but I prefer to open the earring loop and add the charms on there, instead of trying to close the charm loop while also attaching the earring hook at the same time. In my opinion, it can already be tricky closing the loop and finishing off a unique charm, so why make it harder for yourself? You can take off the earring back if necessary too. The bottom line is, do what works for you and what you find easiest. And these are all of the tips that I have for making your earrings. I wanted to present you with a few examples and materials you could use to upcycle various items into jewelry. I have here several boxes or parts of them that I could transform into earrings or charms. Also, we can't forget about old book pages. I always love to upcycle old or damaged books whenever I can. You may need to bring in additional items or need to get inventive when upcycling things into accessories. For example, I needed to use a hole puncher here alongside the earring hooks and our pliers. Now with your jewelry making skills and some ideas, you can look around your home and see what you can find to upcycle on your own. This may cause you to look at some excess materials around your house in a whole new light. Whatever you decide to do, I hope that you have enjoyed this pick-me-up kit and made something that you will enjoy to wear and are proud of it. We have regular virtual and in-person teen programs, so follow at SCPL Teens on Instagram and Facebook to stay in the loop about programs, contests, and other giveaways. Thanks for watching.